Hello there, my name is Nick Clouds. Well, did anyone actually remember at 2 o'clock on Sunday, where it would have been the 29th of October 2017, to change their clocks back 1 hour? Well, actually, my computer did that very thing, and that very kind thing, so I didn't have to. But what I do have to do is sort of cheer up by, of course, giving you some cheerful memories of freelance videos where we started off as just myself and Stuart Matheson, of course, and myself, Nick Clouds, joined up together and create some fantastic, memorable sort of footages since we began in 2013. One of which was, of course, our sort of Meadows footage, which we sort of did together, and we bumped into a guy who was a temporary art theorist from Sudbury, doing sort of the landscape and all that kind of thing, and various other interesting things. We didn't get time to talk to him all the time, but of course, yes, here are some of the great memorable sort of moments of what we filmed at the time of Freelance videos. Before I go on to it though, Freelance videos later become Freelance TV, which is now on the social media as a live stream, highlights and various other things besides. This is the Meadows in Sudbury. It's called the Friars Medows, and yes, there is a Sainsbury's nearby. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to look at the nice scenery around the Friars Medows.
I am standing here today beside a level crossing on the Sudbury to Marks Tay branch line. Down there we can see the very far end of Sudbury station. We're that close to the station, as you can see, so it's definitely not far for me to walk from my flat. Meanwhile, we have the level crossing here. You just have to be extra careful when crossing, make sure there's not a train coming. Having crossed the railway line, there is now a footpath which I can take that comes out in the station car park, so yeah, very easy for me to get to the station to catch the train. Here we have Friars Meadow in the distance, and of course to the left of that we have the River Stour, or River Store as some people call it. To my left here we have a bridge going over the old river.
Whilst walking along this pathway, we bumped into a guy sitting on a bench. His name was Gilbert Richards, and he talks about the area of where we're actually situated.
The river's gorgeous. It's historically quite an important place. You know, a lot of painters have been down this way. Sudbury was a town which had a big boom during the latter half of the 19th century.
Literally just above the bushes, you can actually see Sainsbury's from where we're actually standing. Here's what Gilbert Richard had to say about Borley Rectory, the sort of supposed haunted place of Essex. We asked him whether he's actually been to the place of Borley.
I can't say I have. I've heard all the stories, classic the ghost stories.
In just a second, we actually take a wander up the path, but we actually are still talking with Gilbert Richard, who actually speaks about, well, a little bit of the area.
A lot of big cathedrals.
Oh yeah, there's lots of different places that you could go, and it's very interesting. We are now venturing up the pathway to what I believe, and we believe as we walked down this path, preferably and not at night time, more during the day, as Stuart and I walked up this path which leads eventually to Cornard Road.
Now, one thing I would like to add is that the path that we are on beside the river used to carry on right down to Cornard Lock. Here is the Sudbury to Marks Tay line, and of course the line used to continue past Sudbury. It used to go all the way up to, first of all, Long Melford, where the line used to split. Part of the line went up to Basin Evans, but the main line used to continue to Haverhill, and then of course to the city of Cambridge. It was very close to being shut down under Dr. Beeching and the Beeching Acts in the 1960s. The Sudbury line, or Sudbury to Marks Tay bit, survived due to future growth of Sudbury, and they thought they'd be a bit silly to shut it down. Just a pity they didn't think the same about the rest of the line. because I would have loved to have got the train from Sudbury to Cambridge these days, and certainly to be able to go and visit my friend Nick in Haverhill and vice versa.
The railway line stops in Sudbury, which is the car park just to my left, as it would be, and your, I think it's your left, I don't know. It's very confusing.
To end the programme today, we have come up to the Cornard Road, which goes from Sudbury through the village of Great Cornard, through Buers, then down to Colchester. We're now just going to walk back up the road, past Sainsbury's, up to my flat in Sudbury. Thank you very much for watching today.
Well, there we are. We had Gilbert Richards, a temporary sort of art theorist, well, looking at space kind of thing. And yeah, he did actually have a bit more in-depth interview with us, but of course we don't have time to show you all of it. But yeah, I think at the time he was a temporary art theorist, but of course things might have changed since then. But thank you very much, as Stuart says and I say together, of course, for watching this wonderful video piece that we done of the time of freelance videos. Till next time, take care. Of course, freelance videos is no longer, it's freelance TV as of now. Well, if you're watching or listening in the future, then of course things might change as time goes on. I don't know if you find this odd or strange, but I don't seem to remember mentioning the name of the interviewer that we interviewed on the time, well, at the time of the Friars Medows in Sudbury. Stuart Matheson may remember his name, but of course, yeah, I don't recall me actually mentioning his name at the start of this video clip. But of course, I can reveal who he was, an art theorist from Sudbury, apparently, and his name was Gilbert Richards, apparently, according to what he said at the time. But it was a privilege to interview this guy. But that was a lovely sort of video clip that we did of the demos. Well, that's one of the demos that we done. And the next demo, I hope you like, because it involves a walk pretty much from Sudbury to Long Melford. How long did it take us, do you reckon? Probably not that long.
Today I am standing on a former railway bridge on the former Sudbury to Long Melford railway line. Here behind me is the River Stour, or Stour as some people pronounce it.
Well, if you're lucky enough to get across this bridge here as you travel from Sudbury to Long Melford, you'll see the sign that says Angling Association. That's a nice bridge, by the way. It is. Here we look at a picture now. You'll see a close-up in just a second or two, and you can count them, and I can tell you it's bang in the middle there of the picture, and you can clearly see, well, vaguely actually, the Liston Church, which is situated on the Essex border. We are now looking at Borley Churchyard, which is a slight wobbly feel to the zoom lens on the camera, but of course I can tell you, you're now looking at the sort of fields around it, and we go back to Liston Church, which is situated on the Essex border. Absolutely fantastic view, and I'll leave that picture racing through your mind, and I'll say goodbye for now, and thanks for watching Exploring Places. Join us next time with, of course, Nick Clowes, and presented by a few other people as well, hopefully. And we'll be back very, very much soon, and we could be near you very soon as well. Take care.